All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Athlete Artist Show. I am the artist, Kyle Forge, alongside the athlete, professional hockey player, Zach Boychuk. Season 6, episode 18, presented by BETHOG. Man, BETHOG last week started to fleece me. I came back. I taught Maria a lesson, won all of our money back after I lost it all. Man, it was crazy. I lost all of our money and then won it all back by the end of the stream. It was nuts.
Nice.
We're about a week deep into the Olympics now. Men's hockey just started yesterday. We'll get into that. Women's hockey is getting into the playoffs, I believe. Today it starts. And then all the other sports are either starting or ending as well. So, Chucky, let's get right into the Olympics. What sports have you been checking out, obviously, besides hockey? And then what else are you looking forward to besides hockey, obviously, coming up?
Yeah, I've seen a little bit of the speed skating. That was pretty exciting, especially the relay racing one. Seems like all the hypes in that one with the crashes and so much action going on, and then a little bit of I think it's like alpine skiing, the trick skiing or whatever. And then I'm excited for the curling to start. My buddy Ben Hebert. That's the men's. I think that started today, maybe.
Yeah, it was funny after our last week's episode when you mentioned curling, because I think that was like the first. It was the couples pairing or the mixed curling. The first couple days, I got pretty deep into the one game, but like Canada didn't do too well. But yeah, I got pretty deep into the Canada versus South Korea game, and I was like, okay, Zach wasn't lying to me. It does kind of get intense here if you get deep into it once I learned the rules. But
the mixed team, they like started off the tournament hot, and then they lost like 4 games in a row and didn't even make the bronze medal game. So that was tough to see. Hopefully the men fare a little bit better.
Yeah, I see I think the big game. What is it, like 4-man teams are kind of coming up now, or is that how many guys are on each squad? I guess
I think there's 4 or 5 guys on each team, something like that.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting to keep in touch of or tabs on as well. But man, I've been trying to get into everything. I don't think I've ever watched this many different events of the Olympics. I just kind of pop it on CBC Gem, if CBC Gem actually works, in the mornings when I wake up, have my pre-workout or breakfast or whatever. But some of the games I have to catch up on because a lot of the interesting ones start at like 2 a.m., which is crazy.
Yeah,
but
pretty early.
Yeah, pretty early. So the figure skating, I got pretty deep in the figure skating. The figure skating's unreal.
Canada's won a medal for that, right?
Yeah, got a bronze medal the other night. It was I think the rhythm dancing, they got bronze in that. Man, some of the stuff they can do on the ice is nuts.
It's insane.
Either solo or the rhythm dance or the pairs in general, like. The pairs ones, they'll fling the girls through the air, like insanity. And then the rhythmic dancing, they're flipping around their heads. I'm like, man, I could not be trusted to fling somebody around my head like that on ice.
No.
Put me on the dance floor, much more likely to succeed. On ice, there's no chance. That's a hospital trip waiting to happen.
Yeah, I'm surprised they don't have to wear neck guards like us hockey players do now.
Yeah, no kidding. Because especially like you see some of the skates, like their skates are on their thighs, depending on what move they're doing. Like it's pretty crazy.
Pretty scary, but yeah. And then you got the women's side, the hockey. Obviously didn't go too well against USA.
Yeah,
but now it's all gonna end up. They're gonna end up playing against each other probably in the gold medal game. I saw Canada beat Finland yesterday, maybe like 5-0, and then they have Germany, I think, in the quarters. USA has Italy in the quarters. They'll probably smoke them, but looking forward to that gold medal game whenever that is.
It's interesting because Canada's lost 7 in a row against the US in women's hockey, including like world championships and like the rivalry series or whatever, not just Olympics. But yeah, they're not good. And a lot of people have been talking about how USA has kind of gone younger now with their women's team, whereas Canada, they pretty much had the same team for 5 years. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's they don't have a lot of changes at the Team Canada team. I feel like they just get a little bit too confident because they beat everybody else during the year, and then when it comes to USA, that's really their only competition.
Yeah, but they do always seem to win the big Olympic gold. So we'll see. I think maybe US won the last one, but before that it was like Canada for 6 or 7 Olympics in a row. So I'm hoping Marie-Philippe Poulin comes back.
Yeah,
Need her healthy for the medal round, and I still like Canada's team. I think that was a bit of a wake up call game, and obviously they just lost her to injury, so it'll be a bounce back game if she gets back in.
yeah, that was tough. They need. I feel like that just put the entire team kind of in a weird kind of mode going into that because it like she got injured the night before that game, I believe. So or no, 2 nights
Yeah,
before, and then they played Finland after the US the night after the US game. But yeah, that's tough to lose your captain like that, especially like Poulin's what the best or top two best women's hockey players in the world.
yeah,
Maybe next to who like Hillary Knight on the US side.
yeah. I know Hillary Knight. If she gets another goal, she's got the all-time record for U.S. women. So she's definitely a juggernaut on the U.S. side.
Yeah, it'll be interesting that one. I think Canada plays tomorrow in the quarters,
Hmm.
so they're hoping for a bounce back. Back to some of these other sports, man. The snowboard cross is nuts. I was
Yeah,
watching that yesterday. Crazy. The half pipe was pretty nuts too. Like any of those snowboard ski where they're doing tricks and stuff is pretty crazy.
that stuff's nuts. I don't know how guys do that. When you're connected with your boots in there like that, that's
Yeah.
scary for me. Doing it on the half pipe, like doing flips, it's I don't know. I'd rather have the skis on where they can possibly come off, and little bit sketchy on that snowboard.
Yeah, and I posted I think I pronounced her name is it's Hosking or Hosking. I think it's Hosking. One of the Canadian women. Man, she was in her third run yesterday, trying to get into the medal placement, and she just on her last trick, same section, I think she had fallen or crashed, fallen I guess not crashed, but fallen every single section of these runs. I only caught the last two runs, but on this third one, man, she almost landed it. It was a sick run up until this point. She just kind of didn't get enough rotation, I think, and then just kind of when she landed, her snowboard just kind of hit the half pipe and she just fell right back like hard. I was watching that. I was like, oh man, that's insane. Luckily, she got up
That's
and walked
scary.
away. But yeah, that was a scary one. Like they get so much air on some of those jumps. Like,
Oh man, I don't know how they put their body through that sometimes. Obviously, Lindsey Vonn, like tough for her. Probably
mm-hmm.
her last Olympics, and
Yeah,
she had to get airlifted. I think we might have talked about that on the last one, but tough, tough.
yeah. Elliot Grodin on the men's side for snowboard cross won a silver medal, which is awesome. I think that was yesterday that he would have won that. We've got a bronze in speed skating, short track speed skating. We got a bronze and mixed team. I think Courtney Sorrell, I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name right, Sorrell, got a bronze yesterday. Figure skating, like I said, we got the bronze, and then freestyle skiing, we've got a silver and a bronze. Megan Oldham and then Mikael Kingsbury, but no golds yet. No golds yet for Team Canada. What's insane is Australia has two medals and they're both gold. And freestyle
Australia in the Winter
in
Olympics.
the Winter Olympics, in freestyle skiing and in snowboard cross, women's snowboard cross, the Australian girl won today. I'm like,
That's crazy.
how is Australia? I saw pictures of Australia training. They have a at least this was for I think big air or ski jumping or something. They literally just have a jump going into water. I'm like, this is how these guys train in Australia.
Yeah, probably. I don't know how else to do it, right? That's funny.
Insane.
Yeah, we're gonna need to get some golds here. The men's team and the women's team in hockey are gonna have to step up. Maybe is it Mark McMorris? I think he's a snowboarder. He's got possible chance to win one. But yeah, we need to get on the board with some golds.
Yeah, need to get on the board. Norway's leading it. They've got 18 medals overall, 8 golds. So they're crushing it out there. I mean, it's always cold out there. They've got a lot. USA's got 14 medals, 4 golds. So yeah, we need to catch up in the Winter Olympics here.
100%. Yeah, Canada should be good at the Winter Olympics, no? It's pretty
You'd
cold.
think. I always feel like we expect to be good and then we don't we don't get the medals that we should.
Yeah, like we probably have like some of the most like people there, like athletes there. Like there's
Yeah.
some teams where there's like countries where they only have like one or two athletes, right? But Canada's got, you know, 100 at least, you would think.
There I think we have another shot here at figure skating as well. There's an athlete named Madeline Skizas. She's in college. Did you hear about that? She had to get an extension on her college paper during the Olympics. Like
No way.
her prof didn't even know that she was in the Olympics, and she didn't finish her paper, and she went like online, and I think she had to post that she emailed her prof, and then like it went viral. Like all bunch of different media outlets picked it up. They were like interviewing her. They found the prof, interviewed him. He was like, I had no clue she was even in the Olympics. Like, like she didn't tell me. She didn't tell anybody. She's just super humble about it. She just goes to class, chills, and then she went to the Olympics. She's like, oh shit, I have a paper due. Like, I need to email my prof and see if I can get an extension on this assignment.
Oh man. Oh, and there's that one girl, she's what, 17? She's the skier. So
Oh, dude.
she's probably in high school. So
Is
yeah,
that
they
on the
probably
Canadian team?
I think it's on the US team, maybe. No.
Okay. Yeah, there's a couple. I didn't know if there was any of those younger athletes on the Canadian team, but there was like one gold for South Korea the other day. There was a 16-year-old from Japan. Like I think there was a couple on the US team. I think she was a snowboarder, skier for a different event than that. You're right. I think she was 17. But I like look at these. I'm like, man, I was not close to anything at 17 years old. Like, what am I doing in my life now? These kids are at the Olympics. I'm like,
Yeah. I was not doing anything like that at 17.
dude, I think it was half pipe. That the 17-year-old won, and she kind of bumped out the U.S. All Star who was going for three Olympic golds in a row, but there was a 16-year-old that snuck into fourth, that almost snuck into the medal round too. So like these young kids are almost just dominating the Olympics in some of these events.
It's crazy.
Nuts.
I mean, I feel like you see it a little bit more in the Summer Olympics, like especially like gymnastics.
Mm,
Usually the girls are pretty young, but Winter Olympics, I feel like usually an older sport.
yeah, that's what I thought too. So seeing all these like young athletes, I was like, holy crap. And
Crazy.
especially they would have been training for this moment for like so many years, prepping for the Olympics since they were what, 12, 13. Like just thinking they
Pretty
have
much, yeah.
knowing they have a shot at the Olympics at 12 and 13 is crazy.
Yeah, those are prodigies for sure.
You mentioned women's hockey. Men's hockey started yesterday. Man, Team Canada played Czechia, 5-0 win, but just seeing all these players on the ice together that we see in the NHL on different teams all the time, but seeing some of these lines. Like the first goal was Celebrini from Makar and McDavid. Like,
Not bad.
what?
Not bad.
Seeing all these names on these lists, man, seeing these guys play together, and seeing a kid like Celebrini, he scored in his first USHL game, his first college game, his first NHL game, and now his first Olympic game. Like, not bad, hey?
He rises in the big moments.
What'd you think of that Canada Czechia game?
I thought it was pretty good. I mean, I think the guys were nervous. I heard McKinnon saying that like he barely like slept the night before, and I think the whole world's kind of been waiting years and years for this, and um, I'm sure a lot of people tuned in yesterday. I think at one point Czech was actually out shooting Canada, and that like Czech's gonna be sneaky. I think they're a pretty good team, but obviously with Canada, they're just too powerful. Four insane lines. Binnington played unreal, getting the shutout, and yeah, they're gonna be scary. I think they got Switzerland tonight, right?
Yep, Switzerland, and at about I think at 1:10 my time, so that's probably like 9:10 your time, nine
Yeah.
8, depending on how if you're 7 or 8 hours ahead. But yeah, so that should be a little bit easier of a game. I knew that Czechia game was gonna be a tough one. Those
No,
guys can
I
always
feel
play.
like Swiss is kind of sneaky, and Canada hasn't. I was looking at their last 4 or 5 games against Swiss. I think Swiss is like 3 wins and only one loss against Canada. So that's World
Interesting.
Championships. Obviously, it's a lot different. If you probably look back at the regular Olympic Games, it might be a little different. But Swiss is it's going to be a good game tonight, I think.
Yeah, last time they met in the Olympics was the opening game of the 2018 in South Korea. The Canadians won
So
five
there's
one,
no
but it
no
doesn't
NHL
say.
guys there, but
Yeah, no NHL guys there. Um, but then World Championships, like you said. So yeah, that'll be an interesting game to going off of your point there. Then so could be. I still think Czechia is probably a little bit stronger of a team. Man,
I'm pretty sure Swiss has more NHLers
do they?
than the Czechs. The Czechs have quite a few European guys, especially on their D.
So I think this is this year's. Yeah. Um, Olympic roster Switzerland. So 10 of 25 for the Swiss. Currently play the NHL, 17 with NHL experience. Um, Czech is 11 of 25, 22 with NHL experience. 12 including
Awesome.
one player on the reserve list, and then Swiss is 11 with one on the reserve list. So like very close. Like
Pretty close, yeah. I
yeah,
think Swiss's goalie is in the Swiss league in Europe, but
okay,
Czech goalie was in the NHL. So
yeah,
yeah, that is pretty close for NHL guys and experience.
yeah. So that's good though too. Like you want to see the Euro countries put teams together that can compete, which is awesome. And Bennington, I mean, you mentioned that the Czechs were out shooting Canada at one point. Like that first period was tied in shots after one, and then only one off in the second, and then Canada kind of blew it up in the third a little bit more in terms of shots. But man, Bennington made some great saves. Like he had some chances against him that going into the tournament, I think a lot of people from the outside, like we talked about it too, like can Bennington kind of snap out of this streaky season that he's having in the NHL and really stand on his head in the Olympics? And so far, so good.
Yeah, and it seems like the refs are letting them play too. Like there
Yeah.
wasn't a ton of penalties called, and I think there was a Finnish ref in the Canada game, and then like an NHL ref
Yeah, it was Wes
in the
McCauley, I
Canada
think.
game. So it'll be a good little mix to have some NHL refs in there.
Couple goals called back though. One in the Canada game, so there was a penalty there, and then I think what is there, two in the USA game or one in the USA
Yeah.
game?
Well, we got France is beating the Czech Republic right now, 3-2,
No way. Oh, that's tough.
over halfway through the game.
Jeez,
Oh,
man.
3-3
How
now.
how about Italy going like sticking in there with Sweden for a little bit before Sweden
That was a
kind of
good game, actually. I watched most of that. My buddy obviously got to play that game.
yeah.
But yeah, the shots were a little crazy after the first period, and I think it was like 1-1 or 2-1, like
Yeah.
close game.
Yeah, and I was looking at it at one point. It was 2-2, and I was like, man, like the Italians are
Two
just
two
hanging in
two.
there.
The shots were like 34-4, and it's like, all right. So you're saying there's a chance?
You're saying there's a chance, and then Sweden obviously kind of pulled away with it a little bit, but yeah, I mean that Italian goaltender. I saw Witt tweet out. He's like, "Can we sign? Can the Oilers sign this Italian goaltender right now?"
Are you gonna sign this guy? Let's go.
What'd you think of the USA Latvia game?
I didn't catch that one, but obviously you knew US was going to take care of that one, and
Yeah,
um, they got some tougher games coming up. I think USA plays Germany soon, and then I think Denmark is in their pool. So those will be tough games.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of similar to the Canada game. It was close at the start, close in that first period, and then they just kind of started to slowly start to run away with it a little bit. But I mean, Latvia, they always have good goaltending, so that's what I thought would keep them in that game. But
Hmm.
it's tough to stand up against superpower teams like Canada and the USA. But
Yeah.
I mean, they could if Merzlikins or one of their other goalies just has a game, they could sneak something out. I think.
Is Silovs on their team?
Yeah, he is.
He's probably the second goalie, third goalie
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah. I think second goalie. So both those guys can have pretty solid games. If they, we see it all the time against Canada. So you never know what's going to happen with that Latvian team and their goaltending.
100%. But it's got to be tough for them on that super small ice. Like
Yeah,
none of their guys are probably used to that, and they might have a couple NHLers. But I mean, good that their goalies are used to the small ice. But for those teams that don't have much NHL experience, it's got to be crazy playing on that small rink.
yeah, yeah. 100%.
Um,
It's
did you watch any of the Slovakia Finland game? That was a bit of an upset.
that one I didn't see, no, but I paid attention to the score.
I think it was 4-1, something like that.
You caught that one?
Yeah, that was the first game, so I
Yeah.
watched most of that one. Slabkovsky, he's on fire in the Olympics.
What do you have?
He's
Two
got
goals
like
and an assist?
yeah, he's got like 9 goals over his Olympic career, 8 goals over. Do you know who the leader is for Canada?
Who?
Most goals in the Olympics? Jerome
Pro-
McGinley, he's got 10.
that makes sense. Yeah.
And
Awesome. Hey,
Slabkovsky's already got like 8.
that's the jersey I'm wearing right now. What side am I on here? There we go.
Oh,
Iggy
nice. I
from
like that jersey
from the
actually.
2010 Olympics.
Nice.
Thought
That's good.
I'd toss on the Iggy jersey.
Gotta support Iggy.
Yeah, that's awesome. Who's second? Do you know? Probably Crosby.
There's yeah, a couple guys that are all like right in around 10, I think, or maybe 9, 8. I can't remember. All I know is yeah, Aginla, number one.
Nice. Love to see
Probably
that.
like Sakic or uh Lemieux, I think. A couple of those guys are up there. Maybe Gretzky.
Well, let's see here.
Crosby's only played in 2 Olympics, so he wouldn't be the guys that have played in a few more. Like Aginla's played in quite a few.
Yeah. Were you saying that that's all time?
I think so.
This I wonder what these stats are then. So I have this I don't know what site this is. Um, it says Harry Watson's had like 37 goals, which seems kind of
For
crazy.
Team Canada?
Yeah, in 5
Maybe
games.
since NHLers have been in,
Oh, okay,
or
yeah, maybe that's it. That's what it is then. Okay, so yeah, that must have been that was going back to like 1927. So I don't know if that had the
yeah,
NHLers in there quite yet. I was like,
yeah, that was one.
this doesn't seem like the right list.
There was some crazy, like even in the 1980 Olympics, like the teams that were like there was like a West Germany team, there was a
Oh,
Romanian team, like all the most random teams. Like at least now you get like the legit like hockey
yeah,
nations.
that's awesome. Yeah, Iggy is. I mean, Iggy was my favorite player growing up, favorite player all time. So Calgary Flames
Yeah,
legend. Love to see that.
he's the man.
Anything else you want to touch on before we get out of here?
Oh, I think that's good. Go Canada, go!
Go
Bring
Canada,
home the
go!
gold.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens as the tournament kind of progresses. Obviously, we want to see a Canada US game at some point. It just kind of depends on when that'll be. Obviously, best case scenario, it's in the gold medal game. That's I don't think you can beat that. I see a lot
Yeah,
of people still talking about it's not best on best because Russia isn't there, and we wish Russia was in there. But I mean, this is about as close as we can get right now. So
yeah, it's good enough. We'll take it.
yeah, we'll take it. Go Canada. We'll probably toss. I mean, I've been live tweeting some of these games from our account, so I'll be live tweeting tonight this game coming up against the Swiss, and we will see you guys next week.
Peace.